Greetings, welcome back to Pink Oddbird. Let's make a few fun embellishments today. Today I'm working with more fabrics from Sheila, who is Boho Daydreams. You can find her on Facebook and here on YouTube. I'm working with more of the sari silk fabrics that she sent me in a sweet bundle recently. So today I thought it would be fun to come and make a couple of quick embellishments. The first one here is going to be a little booklet, and I'm starting out with some book pages. I'm thinking this can be used as a little embellishment inside of a book. So I cut these pages down to about 5.5 inches in height, and I'm just kind of guesstimating where I want these folds to go. This is an 8.5 by 11 page cut down in half, and I'm faux scoring it here because they're a little too long for my booklet, so I just cut that down to size and now it fits like a dream. Here I'm just distressing in the areas that I think are going to actually be showing once this booklet is all put together. So I'm working on that here, and I know this is just a little series here, and what I'm starting out with these fabrics is a bunch of embellishments, but I think ultimately we might be working we might be working our way up to an actual book where all of these things will actually be housed. So I guess we'll see where we go from here, but I hope you all are enjoying the series so far, and it's been really fun working with these fabrics. So as you can see here, I'm using up even the little scrap pieces that I've just recently cut off. I don't want any of these fabrics to go to waste, and I think this is a really good way to get your scraps used up just by layering, and just don't think about it too much. Just if it feels right, do it. That's all I can really say. And as you can see here, I've got another little scrap piece, and that's going to get put to good use still. It's a perfectly good piece, so it's the gift that keeps on giving. And I took this little piece out because I thought it was really pretty, and it kind of matched a little bit. It was in the same color family, but ultimately I didn't end up using that piece, and I'm just gonna move on from there. I'm wanting to put a pocket here on the back. So I take this over to my machine and stitch it. And what I had to do is sew half of the reverse L and then flip it over because of this flap and then sew the other L because I didn't want to accidentally sew that flap on the inside down. So if you make this, you can either add that inside flip afterwards or you'll have to do it the way that I did it, where you sew half and then flip it over and sew the other half so you can see what you're doing. So this little one's pretty much done. I sewed in my little two papers that make my two signatures with my machine, but you can sew those in however you choose. Then you can see on the back have that pretty little pocket and tags fit in there and in this little inside pocket as well. So super cute little booklet. I think ultimately I will close this with a little bit of Sari silk, and that's it for this one. So to get started on the next little one, I want to make a little clamp magnet sort of closure thing that can latch onto your page. So I have a book page here that was kind of already folded in half. I was going to use it for something else, and I'm cutting it to about 2.5 inches in height. So as you can see, it's already folded in half once. I'm going to fold it in half again and then once more to make a little booklet. Now for you, you can make this a little less bulky, and in retrospect, I would have cut that bottom right, like two little right bottom squares, I would have cut those off to make it a little less bulky, but I did want it to be sturdy. So it's up to you, but this is just the way that I did it, and now that I'm done with it, I know what I would have done differently. So I'm just taking two magnets. You can put as many magnets as you want, or depending on how strong you want this clamp to be. And I'm just taking my sticky tape and putting the magnet down on one side and then covering that back up with more tape. Next, I'm going to let these two magnets attach, like as if the booklet was in its own form. And then I'm just going to close it and press so that I get an indentation of where to put the tape for the opposite side here. So as you can see, I've got a little bit of texture there that I can feel. So I'm going to place my tape right over that. And before you stick your magnet down, you want to make sure that you let it adhere to the magnet on the left-hand side. Then fold your page over and just press the magnet down, and it will stick to your page where it needs to be. I don't know how you can see what I'm doing. I don't know if I'm explaining it right, but that's basically the gist of what you want to do. Next, just glue the whole thing so that it all sticks together. If you aren't going to stitch your edges, you want to make sure you get glue, full coverage from top to bottom, but I am going to stitch around mine. So mostly just getting the insides glued down, and I'm going to take it over to my machine and stitch it. So I'm just trying on a few fabrics for size here, and ultimately I like this one best because it's got the least fabric that I need to cut off, so not a lot of waste, and also it's a lightweight fabric. Since these book pages came out to be really, kind of thick and sturdy, the lighter fabric was a better option for this, what we're making here. So that's my choice. So I just want to show you here what this is meant to do. So in this journal, I have a tag, and I'm just going to use our new little booklet clamp to attach to the page. And as you can see, it gives you something really pretty for the edge of your page, but also functional because it can hold things and grasp papers and act like a tuck spot. So it's perfect. So I hope you all have enjoyed watching me create these 2 embellishments for your books, and I hope you try it out on your own. If you do, be sure to tag me so I can see what you're up to. But that's going to wrap it up for me for now. Be sure to stay tuned because you never know what direction this odd flock of ours is heading into. And until next time, toodaloo.